Alright, so here I am in GarageBand and I have to create a new song. I'm working on a third song now for my new aggressive Electronx album. So I'm going to click on this loop button, and you could change the loop so it goes wherever you want. But for now I'm just going to stay with over here. Well, that's weird. I don't know why it shut off there. So usually 4 measures is what I work with. And the first thing, I have an idea of the track sound that I want. And I'll evolve it as it goes, where sometimes it starts off one thing and then by the time you finish it sounds quite different. So the first thing I like to do is just have like a basic bass drum. So there's the start, and what you do is you press the special Apple button on your computer keyboard, and then you just click on wherever you want. See, if you press it down, it creates that little button. So maybe rather than everything heavy, just vary up the impact of that a little bit. And then for this, you could actually have a double tap over there and just change the volume of that. So that'll just give me something to work with there. And now for the melody, I have to think of what I have in my mind right now. Now this is step recording, so you don't actually have to play it out in real time. You could imagine it in your mind and then just key it in with just like programming. That's kind of what I'm going for here. So if you repeat that and then increase the volume, Now I do have the what's called the the ducker, weird name for it, but it ducks down the other sounds. So I'm just going to disable that for now. So that sounds okay. It's kind of what I'm going for. Dun, 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 dun. That's kind of what I'm going for. And you could just move it around and get different sounds. It sounds a little off key somehow. So that's kind of what I'm going for. And then so there's the basics of it, and then you just keep adding on to it. And you could move this around and get different sounds. And then you could build on that with different melodies and measures, and then go from there. And then for the drums, I also like to work from scratch and do everything 100% original. So no preset loops or anything like that. I never use that, because I want to look back and say, yeah, that's 100% my creativity that put that song together. So here we have the snare drum, and there's the end of the first measure, usually four intervals or beats or whatever. I originally started off playing drums in school, so that gave me some idea of music and all that. And then I moved on to the keyboard and played in real time and would record songs that way. And then I finally learned about step recording, and that made my songs so much better. So there's that sound where you got the drum just doing the basic boom tap, boom tap. But I kind of want to vary that up for this one. Yeah, maybe something like that. And it's really quiet because all the other instruments are overpowering it. So you could just double it up. So if you want to bring that down. And if you want to isolate a song, you just click on that headphone button. Now's when you'd probably want to bring back the that device where it mutes all the other sounds and just really highlights the drums if you want. But you could do it for any sound. So that's not too bad. And then I'll shake things up a little and add some variations in there. Now they have these new software programs that have like these really cool drum kits, they call them. Well, not drum kit, but I guess like a drum pad or something like that. And you just press on the buttons for where you want the beats to go. And you get some really cool combinations that way. You could do the same thing right here if you want. It's the same concept. Like, you don't just have to have one layer there. You could add more in there. So for this, I think a note, clicking on there, and then I kind of want to have some rolling going on here. So I think maybe right there, and then I'll just vary it up. In other words, you don't want every note to be the same volume. By varying it up, you get some more realism to it, so it doesn't sound so mechanical. So usually on the fourth measure, I'll vary up the drum a little. Yeah, that sounds cool. And then you'd add in the what are they called? The hi-hats. The cymbals and the hi-hats, and they call them. There it is. So usually you have that on the second beat. You could vary it up though any way you want. So there's a traditional, and I do want to shake it up a little, so I'm going to add a little bit of this going on. And then just extend it out and do a little upbeat on that. Maybe something like that. That should be okay. That's kind of cool. You could really vary it up, but I'm just going real simple here. So cymbals, let's see what I got here under. Oh, here we go. So cymbal power is something I created to just give it a little more strength for the cymbals. Now that last note's rough, so I'm gonna delete that. It's like too loud and too distracting to the rest of the song. So maybe something like that. And this here, that sounds okay, but not quite what I'm going for there. Now I gotta be careful. If I don't save it like I haven't done, you could lose everything. So let's just duplicate this track like that and just do a copy paste there. And that sound I'm not quite going for yet. And I'll just keep working on it until I get the sound I'm going for. One thing you could do is do this. See, I don't like that. That's the wrong instrument. It's really struggling to play that. And then if you really want to start your song, if you really like that and you think that's a good start, then you just select all that and you use the shift key, and then you just do a copy with your C button, your C key, and then just paste, and now you got the start of a song here. And you could just delete your other buttons there. And there you go. There's your start of a new song. That's how I create all my songs since 2001, when I first started using the music generator for the PlayStation 1. That was it'll let you create every single note from scratch, and it had a really good range of instruments. And then I moved on to Music Generator 2. And then finally GarageBand. And I've tried other software programs, but this is so much easier for me, so intuitive for the way I like to work. Since I learned on step recording, originally the keyboard, but then you do the step recording within the keyboard, the Casio keyboard. And I remember working on the Casio, and I was like, I could never get sounds like this. I mean, that's a rough start, but like the different instruments, everything was just real limited. Like, I don't think I could get a sound like that in that old Casio keyboard from, I think it was 1996 that I bought it. Or 96, I think. And I have a bunch of songs I recorded back then on cassette tape. I made like 20 different cassette tape albums with all different songs. And then I was trying to get those onto digital format, but it takes forever. I have like a recorder, cassette player that records right into the computer. And I don't know what I do with all those files. I gotta find them. But that's it for now. That's how I get going with aggressive Electronx music, the original music, and I'm working on a 6th album now. I'm trying to get it done for 2023, but I also have to do the marketing for my new film, Guest of Evil, which I'm working on as I go. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell icon. Have a good day.